Hey, good morning, Jimmy. How are you?
Doing well, Bob. How about you?
I'm doing great. Welcome to Sunday morning and principle number 26. I have my beautiful wife sitting across the table from me, staring at me as we're doing this. So that's nice to do. I had somebody send me a direct message that said, "Who's this Jimmy Casello guy that you have on there with you?" And so I thought I'd give a little background to who you are from what I know. Okay, so you and I met about a year ago, really on the phone for the first time in about January of 2019. But Jimmy is from Pennsylvania, grew up in the Pennsylvania area around Pittsburgh, and went to college in North Carolina, if I remember correctly, and then took a job. He's a golf professional, so he's a real golf professional. Took a job at Shinnecock Country Club in Long Island, New York, and then because it kind of gets a little cold in the winter up in New York, so in the winters he would work at Seminole Country Club, which Shinnecock and Seminole are two of the most iconic clubs in our country. And then the last couple of years, you've worked at one of the most unique clubs in the country, private clubs, in Hoopy Match Club in near Vidalia, Georgia, which is kind of an oddity. And you came to Carnegie a few years ago as from encouragement from your dad to take Dale Carnegie class. Jumped in, leaped in, and really consumed all of it like a sponge, just soaked it up, and have gone through the four core classes. And now you're basically working with us in our franchisee. Is that pretty much accurate assessment of who Jimmy Casello is?
Yeah, Bob. You nailed it. That's definitely in a nutshell that covers the last 13 years. So yeah, that brings us up to speed. Great
13
job.
years. Yeah, so that takes you back to when you were 18, because I think you just turned 31 a couple of months ago,
Correct.
right? That's
Yes, you've been
awesome.
listening.
Yeah. I try to stay up on things, I try to stay there. You know, you and I have talked a lot over the last couple of weeks about a lot of the different principles, and we'll get into principle 26 today, which I love this principle. Yet, one of the things that I've really noticed over this pandemic, coronavirus, COVID-19 situation is that people are adapting. Two things that happened over the weekend that really showed me how flexible we can be as individuals is one was the NFL draft, how they pulled it off virtually, which was just like awesome to me to see these young men in their houses with their families and the excitement. And the other was last night. I'm a big Jack Johnson fan, the musician, and he pulled off the Kokua Festival in Hawaii. If you get a chance, it's only going to be on uh, his Facebook page until like 5, 6 o'clock tonight. But you can watch. It's 3 hours, 3.5 hours long. I kind of skimmed through some of the things. Amazing, amazing what they pulled off in a virtual world of having these artists play their music all over and then actually play together, live together, which was great. Which brings me back to what we do in Dale Carnegie Training was how we're impacting positively the world with our online training right now. And I was a skeptic myself. I will be blunt with you on that. I was skeptical of how we were going to transfer that, what we call move the room, transfer that in-person training to being able to do this online. So if anybody has an opportunity to jump online and take a Dale Carnegie class, absolutely do it. Jimmy and I have gone through a few of them ourselves. I'm being certified right now at the end of next week. I should be certified to be an online instructor, and I'm doing it online, which is absolutely a great way to learn. So, what are your thoughts, Jimmy? You've gone through quite a few of the programs so far online.
Yeah, it's really impressive with how interactive the courses are. The ability to that we have Dale Carnegie to do this for people is just unbelievable, because where else are you going to learn? Where else, what other classroom can you go to self-improve? It's true. It's truly amazing. And like you said, Bob, you and I have gone through these workshops and webinars, as we call them. And yeah, just the ability to interact with the trainer in such a short time frame, as well as these break rooms we offer, where you get to work with 2 or 3 different people within the program in that short time frame, and just get the full benefit of the topics you're covering. It's powerful stuff. Yeah.
So you and we were talking, I was out on a walk yesterday, and you and I were talking, and you were chatting about David and DJ, the 2 instructors that you had. Share some of your insights of how you were able to interact with those 2 gentlemen in the classroom.
Yeah, they're both just so professional at it. And it's not a lecture. It's not a lecture. They ask for our feedback throughout the class. They give us opportunities to participate without asking. And yeah, with David and DJ, you can tell they've been doing it for a long time. And they're so good at it. And it's just they made it such a comfortable, relaxed, classroom atmosphere.
That's awesome.
And I think that really helps free the participants up to participate.
And if you think about it, you were sitting there in Savannah, Georgia. DJ was doing his instructing from Charleston, South Carolina, and David down in South Florida doing his instructing. And you had people from all over the globe that were in the class. In my class, I have a gentleman from Italy, somebody from Jamaica, and another individual from Malaysia. So, and then all over America. So you think about that, you're interacting with people in real time, and it's just absolutely, incredible to go through that.
It really is. What an experience.
So let's talk about principle number 26. Today is April 26th. We've kind of carved our way through the entire month, and we bring up to the principle of let the other person save face. Share a story with us, Jimmy, about that principle.
Sure. Few summers back, I'm at work on the range at Shinnecock, and it is middle of the summer, jam-packed. I mean, every station on the range was filled with people. On the right side of the driving range, our pro Jack was giving a lesson to one of our members. Now on the other side of the range, one of our members, Mr. Stevenson, was on his cell phone, which is a big no-no at Shinnecock, totally against club policy. Everybody sees it going on. And sure enough, Jack sees it. So I'm standing at the top of the hill and Jack waves me down. And he says, Jimmy, you got to go down there and tell him he can't talk on his cell phone. He knows that. I said, sure, Jack, I'll go talk to him. So as I'm walking away, I think, man, is it really worth me going down there and laying down the law in front of all of his peers and causing him embarrassment? And then I thought, well, where can he go talk on his cell phone? And then it hit me. Talking on your phone in the parking lot is fully permitted. And the parking lot's about 50 yards from where he was standing. So I run to the top of the hill, hop on a golf cart, drive the golf cart down to Mr. Stevenson, park right next to him, and softly ask, do you want to use this cart to finish your phone call in the parking lot? And sure enough, he hops on the cart, drives it down to the parking lot, finishes the phone call, drives the cart back up to me, away from all the people, and says, Jimmy, thank you. And sorry, I know I'm not supposed to be on my phone. I know it's against the rules, but it was a really important phone call. Thanks for doing that. I said, I understand, sir. So when we let the other person save face, the benefit we get from that is a reduction of stress, relief.
Yeah. And it kept your fanny in good shape with your boss too.
Yes,
That's
yes,
one
exactly.
of the benefits from that also is that, you don't do, I love the stories that Mr. Carnegie talks about in his book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, about that principle too. It's remarkable when we're able to do that. And I don't know what it is about us as humans, is that sometimes the natural instinct is to push somebody else down, which in turn would make us feel better. There's too many individuals that would take that opportunity and go, oh, I'm going to show him,
Mhm.
and really make a big deal out of this. And we do that now. I think Mr. Carnegie probably would have been talking about Facebook and some other social medias now, because we do that so often on social media, where we don't let that person save face. We take it and we put it on our timeline and blast it out to hundreds and hundreds of people to show that other person up. And that's just, one of those things. So when you take, something that was, written back in the 1930s, it still applies every single day to modern technology and modern world here in the 21st century. So, I appreciate you sharing that with us. Thank you very much, Jimmy.
You're welcome.
What's on your agenda today on this beautiful Sunday?
Oh, I'm gonna get outside. I'm gonna go for a run on the beach, find the most level spot, um, and just go and just enjoy the great weather we're blessed with here right now.
Awesome, Jimmy. You have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we'll hopefully chat again tomorrow morning if everything is cool along the lines of technology. We'll be here with you. Take care, my
Okay,
friend.
thanks, Bob. Have a good one.